everybody, and welcome back to the ANIPOD presents the In-Quy'zz-ition. I'm your lovely host, Dippy the DM, and these are my lovely players. Say hello, lovely players.
Hi, lovely players.
Hi.
Hey, Murphy.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
And welcome back to the In-Quy'zz-ition, the trashiest show on our channel. Hey, but I am here today as your lovely DM, and we are here to bring you another episode of the I feel like I'm doubling back on myself. Before we get into today's episode, I remember generating that one for you. That's great. Before we get into today's episode, we have a couple of people to thank. First, I have no idea what ambience to use for this. Where are y'all that you would like ambience for? The city, of course, the city.
We're in the sewers.
We're at the bar. Aren't we
We're
at
in
the
the
bar?
Are y'all
sewers right
still
now.
at the
We
bar? No, you are in the
No.
sewers. Yeah, no, you are in the sewers. That's
Why
right.
did we go
Yeah.
to the sewers?
No,
Did I
we went to
miss last-
sleep.
You went
for
to
a long
sleep.
rest,
Yeah,
and
we
then
went to
were
bed
gonna
after
go
the
to
bar.
Sleep.
Oh yeah, that's
Whoa.
I
all
thought
right.
we went to the bar and then went to bed.
Yeah, you went to the bar and
Oh,
went to
And
right.
we
bed.
need to.
You're right.
Yeah.
We need to discuss a plan.
Bar, bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all are currently in the sewers with the sewers. Yes. All right. But
Yeah, that
so
guy.
Tabletop Audio, the wonderful provider of such lovely background sound effects and ambience tracks as sewers. This is literally what this ambience track is called.
Oh, you're not.
I wish I
sharing.
knew what it sounded
I
like.
hear
Oh
it.
my God. Ah! There we
I
go.
wish I could
Computer
hear.
audio. There we go. All right. Sewers. Literally, that's what this ambience track is called, is sewers. There will be more, and there will be sound effects later, maybe. And if y'all ever want to use these wonderful sound effects and backing tracks, you can go to tabletopaudio.com. If you're using it online in a game like this, you give them a shout, and that's all you need to do to get the credit to use it.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you to tabletopaudio.com. Thank you for being music to our ears. Also, that's it. For this show, that's it. We have some more stuff
Rhys does
happening.
art.
Yes. We also...
Rhys, art. You do art.
Plug. Rhys, plug.
Rhys, you do art.
Oh, yeah. So, sorry.
I try my best to support my friends.
I'm going through my stuff for background for character art. But yeah, latest project trial of pattern to come out of Peekaboo Crafts is a pride hood with dragon scaling.
Ooh.
Once I get this finished, it'll go up into the shop as a piece to commission, made to order. Yeah, so go ahead, check it out. Etsy. Cheers.
What's the Etsy?
Peekaboo Crafts.
Peekaboo
There you go.
Crafts.
Go to Peekaboo Crafts and get yourself some homemade merch. There you go.
Yes.
Also, a little experiment that we're doing. I have not created little character tokens for the overlay for Twitch, so some of our players are trying out some backgrounds that were made, and you just changed it as soon as I said it.
Apologies.
Some players who are willing to forego their usual backdrops have backdrops of their characters that you'll occasionally see. So, those images, full disclosure, were created using AI image generators. If that's something that you are morally offended by, too bad. it's
Hey, donate money so we can pay real artists.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Please.
that's what you do
Yes.
if you're butthurt. You give us
We're
money
poor.
so we can get real art.
Listen, we're poor. Okay, we're doing what we can to
Yeah.
give you the best experience that we can.
We do what we can.
No.
So please. All right.
All the character art, though.
I guess I could technically make my background drip if I wanted.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, so Monday we have an episode of the Dapper D's. We are doing a thing.
Dream Daddy.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are
thing.
going back to Dream Daddy
Dream
next week on the Dapper
Daddy.
D's.
Fuck yeah.
So we are. Oh no, we're not.
We're gonna
Wait a minute.
fuck a dad. Okay, what?
We're not.
506.
You
Yeah,
mean
we
that
are. Sorry,
not
I had it
people's
lined up
goal?
incorrectly. I had it lined up incorrectly. Yeah.
You mean y'all are not
So we're going
doing
back.
that?
Bills for days.
No, we are
over on-
we are doing Dream Daddies. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Hey,
Tuesday.
You know what Dapper D's is full of? Bunch of fucking bills, man.
I'm not a dad yet, but I appreciate the sentiment. Let's see. Tuesday. Crossroads. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crossroads. Nothing Wednesday, nothing Thursday, and since we're doing Inquisition today, next Friday will be so.
Okay, so
And we'll start that cycle all over anew again. So, please tune in to our other shows. Follow if you like it. Subscribe if you love it. Give us watch us over on YouTube if you can't get enough of it. Hey, there you go. That's a rhyme, kind of. Enough and love if you really stretched it. Anyway, what else? A recap of the episode, I guess, would be the last thing today. Also, do not mind the size of my shirt. It is an extra. It is a 5X, and it's very comfy. I like wearing it. As long as I don't fit in it one day, then I'm fine wearing it.
Last episode, we were still split into two teams. One of us went to someone's house. I don't have my notes open. Wit's house. To have a nice conversation. That nice conversation turned into me and Wit just kind of like I felt like the magical version of when you see two kung fu people being like jab, block, just constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And we found out he's doing like some cult shit or something. He doesn't like a group of people and he wants them gone with some book. Feels like a cult to me. The other team should do their own recap.
Well, we went to visit good old Fisker, and turns out he's also into some bad stuff. And kind of seems like the firm might be entirely bad. Not sure about Sumori, but we'll have to see. I don't know if I trust her.
I don't.
I don't trust anybody now. And
See,
I, as a
and people
barbarian...
And people thought Quinlan was crazy for having trust issues.
And I, as a barbarian, somehow missed a grapple.
Granted, Quinlan is crazy, but he does happen to have trust issues as well.
Oh, I agree with those trust issues. Especially now.
Yeah.
So we're planning to kill Fisker and Wit, no doubt.
Very openly.
Yeah, very openly. No hesitation. On sight.
Well,
And then we went to a bar. I don't remember if anything actually important happened at the bar.
We found out that when Quinlan drinks water, it becomes fizzy.
that was pretty cool.
He
That's
sparkles.
very important.
Quinlan sparkles when
He's
he
got that
drinks
anime
water.
cute boy sparkle in his eye. And throat,
Y'all
if you're
were
into that
looking
kind of shit.
for. Y'all
Edward
did.
Cullen's skin sparkle.
Y'all did
We're
go
looking for a gift.
in attempt to find a specific Gith, but you did not ask about him at all before you left.
No, we didn't.
Y'all were kind of too focused on being
The absolute
being
betrayal.
butthurt about Fisker and Wit.
Hey, it's fair.
Do you
It
blame
was,
us?
It was a fair butthurt. Hey, I'm the DM. I don't have to blame y'all for anything. No.
Oh.
Wait, no.
That's right. We
gotta
blame
flip that
you for
around.
shit.
No, sorry. Flip that around. I blame y'all for everything.
Zog got a trident that lets him resurrect people, but the trident also demands me to resurrect people. So I resurrected a dude named Gerald Thumner.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that.
And that is where the session left off, I think.
Yeah, I gave him clothes and a little bit of money to go on the ferry.
Yeah.
Or
So
no, to take his family on a cruise.
take his family on a cruise. Yeah. So, with that unresolved resurrection, or rather resolved but unresolved new
it
life.
feels
unresolved new life.
Yes. I hope
Uh,
to never see that guy again.
we turn to the beginning of a new day. If you have not already long rested, please long rest.
Oh, I should open my character sheet, shouldn't I?
Maybe.
Quinlan,
You gotta like
Rhys,
move it
you
down.
gotta crop it.
There you go.
You gotta crop.
You gotta crop it.
Look like
Right
you're
now-
sitting in his lap.
Right now, you gotta crotch.
You're just sitting in your own character's lap.
There you go.
Amazing.
Honestly,
That's
though,
great.
I'm in the arms of an angel. What can I say?
Who would pass up sitting in Quinlan's
You're
lap? I
a
would.
devil in disguise.
Would not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Hey, Dippy,
Yes.
would we recover from the level 1 exhaustion?
Ooh. Yes. In normal D&D, yes. Actually, I shouldn't answer for the DM.
Because
Is
y'all...
it a special kind of
Oh yeah, because you
exhaustion?
were awake. Because you were awake
Yeah.
for a long time.
The
That
stick out
when
there.
you wake up is going to be a little later than normal.
Wake up.
Grab your brush and put a little makeup.
Wake up.
Yeah, when you wake up will be a little bit later, but yes, you will recover from your exhaustion if you fully long rest. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
you wake. Why'd you leave your keys up on the table?
Trust in my.
Well, we can't finish that part. No.
I know. I wasn't gonna.
Okay, so, y'all know the last time you stayed here, there was a little sunspot on the floor that, like, it burrows up to ground level and shows you kind of like the brightness level, and you can kind of glean from that how, you know, how high in the sky the sun is, you know, whether it's noon or otherwise, or like, you know, morning, noon. It's pretty bright when you wake up. It's like
It's about high noon.
closer, it's about closer to
I mean-
noon.
I will
It's about high
remind
noon.
everybody that my character is called Sundial for a reason.
And you have a clock.
Yes.
Because you know the sun's phone number.
I know the sun's phone number.
So would you say it's high noon?
You look at your clock,
Which is me. Hi, guys.
which is you, which you have on you.
I will morph into
and you-
what is essentially like just a small replica of what my old self was.
Mm-hmm.
If we're checking the time, and we'll
Yeah,
like,
a little.
see my
You have
form
your
kinda
little.
go.
And because you are slime, it can function like hands on a clock, but also still look like a sundial. And when you do that, it appears to be. I'll say that you absorb like the mechanism of the clock, and your clockwork soul works with you as well, to tell you that it is about 11 o'clock in the morning. Like it's close to noon.
Shit.
Okay.
So, you look over and see Drip of the Sewers is still sleeping. When y'all all are kind of rousing yourselves, waking up. But there was a little
Is he
detail
just-
about the resurrected party's egress that interested you all, in that he left without going out of Drip's door.
Yes.
I like that thing Ellie knew that there was more
Oh, yeah,
ways
that
to get out of
happened.
here, and they just didn't say anything to y'all.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it's safe.
All right.
No one's gonna mess with Drip. What's he
we
got that
just-
they want? Nothing.
All right. I guess we just leave. Do we have a game plan? Do we know what we're doing? We should go back to the office and
Are we-
relay all this to Sumori.
We. Should we
So
commit it?
there was the list
It
that
seems-
we had found at Fisker's place.
Mhm.
That said that they needed a
Oh yeah,
big
the to-do
area.
list. The to-do.
The to-do list.
Yeah.
Big area. Allie,
Beautiful
make
patch of growing. Or for growing.
Is it
Uh,
City Park?
big open area. Allie, make a history check.
Okay.
We're gonna go to City Park.
That's a 9.
9.
Allie's not from this side of the city.
But a 9 is enough to tell you 2 potential big open patches of space that you could check out. One, you went to a new botanical garden recently. That seemed pretty open. The area itself was not a huge space, but it was open. Definitely a little out of the way. The other place that you think of, that you know is out of the way, is the abandoned baseball stadium close to your neck of the woods, which I will now put a picture for in the Discord chat. Hopefully, if I get to it quickly enough.
So if we care about what this might be doing, he could be in the old baseball field.
You know this to be the abandoned ruins of the team. This baseball stadium, very large, very decrepit, lots of trash still kind of lying around it in its entirety. But it's also abandoned by New Urk City. They attempted to start up a sport within these walls. Baseball you've heard of, but you haven't seen it, you haven't played it, you haven't seen people playing it. You've just kind of heard rumblings. But it was apparently got big enough that they tried to play it in this abandoned stadium, which was apparently very prevalent among the predecessors. And the old, broken down, abandoned signage for the predecessor team that played there still sits there, the United Base Runners. So everyone just calls it the United Base Runners Stadium because it still just sits out there rotting. But the field is plenty big and plenty open.
Oh, did we update everyone on what happened when we went and saw Fisk?
Yeah, we've all been in the loop now.
I was about to say, if you haven't, you could catch yourselves up very quickly.
There was the angry phone call.
So if I could throw my hat in the ring as a city native, I think that's where Fisk is going, is the United Base Runners Stadium.
If it's abandoned, then
no one goes there.
place to do stuff.
I think Cousin Socks got tetanus there a couple years ago. We're not supposed to go over there, so.
Can I do a history check if I know anything about baseball? Only because, in my brain, I feel like Zoc has been stuck on the ferry with guys being like, we're bringing baseball back, having a whole team on his boat. I can
Make
totally
a
fucking
history
imagine
check.
And I assist in that.
History.
You were on the boat for a fair while. I'll give you the help action to help him. You get advantage, Zog.
All right. Trying these new dice. 10.
10 total?
10 total. I've also heard base.
Did you roll with advantage?
Yes, and I have heard.
And you still got a 10? That's
10,
great.
Yes. I have heard of the bases and how they throw balls at them.
Okay, a 10 gives you the same base knowledge. A 10 gives you the same base knowledge. You've heard of it, and you don't, with all the names and initials that are tattooed on your arm, it's hard to pin through all of them with a 10, but you definitely remember at
white people.
There you go. One way or the other. Those are two places you could potentially go. You also remember the list mentioning a bookstore, and one group remembers a bookstore that they passed and coincidentally at a basal level interacted with. You could go there as well. You could go back to the firm and let Sumori know of all of this, make sure she's on the up and up.
There was also the note about meeting with other lawyers. I don't know if that matters, but...
Meeting with what?
Other lawyers.
That would have been
at the lawyer firms.
That would have... Oh, yeah.
On his to-do list.
Finding a job.
Yeah, finding a job.
Stuff.
Finding a job. Yeah. That was literally him looking to find a job. Do not read further into that than this list went sequentially, and he is now at the bottom of that list because he found a job, and he's like, yeah. So, no, you do not need to pursue any other lawyers unless you wanted a character study on Fisker, which, if you already have your mind made up about Fisker, you might not. So,
Rolling an
Alright.
insight check.
I could just call Sumori. Oh,
Sorry.
it's possible.
yeah, I could just call Sumori while we go do the things we think we need to do.
Zog,
Let
I
her
love
know
that you're
where
the
her
only
actual
one that
ledger is.
doesn't have their character art as their background at the
It's
moment.
okay.
It's fine that you don't.
I got-
It's
It's fine.
It's fine that you don't.
It's fine.
You don't have to.
Just try a
Dippy,
different
you're the only one that
Deadly,
doesn't have it
Deadly, you
either.
always look at yourself
Exactly.
anyway, so it doesn't matter if
I
it's
do.
distracting.
I do stare.
Dippy, where's Drip? Where's Drip of the sewers?
I'll see if I can put her.
Do you think that he's like trying to resurrect the dead baseball team? No, that's silly.
Bro.
That's silly.
Zombie baseball.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's pretty
Okay.
good. Let's see here.
Oh, I found the name
There
of the
you go.
bookstore.
It's just
It was the-
cutting off the eyes. It's fine.
It's okay. We just need the chest.
I
and
guess-
everything.
Oh no, I know. I
There
have
you
a.
go,
I
okay.
actually have a couple of. You know what? Just because I don't know if she's gonna make a reappearance because of my headphones. Here's a little Umberly that I generated.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'll just go ahead and cut that off at the pass. Wait,
No,
Charging
but why
battery.
did you-
Battery low.
charging battery.
Oh.
All right. Okay, so what would you like to do? You have plenty of options.
Murder.
Okay, but what? How would you like to?
Oida.
What was the
I would
first
like
step
to
you'd
commit a
like to
crime.
take?
In committing murder.
Yes.
I think
Find
I'll
the
just
victims.
call Sumori
Wait, weren't we
because
also talking about seeing if we could get in contact with the local thieves guild?
You
oh,
might have.
that's not what I
What?
thought it was.
What is that?
What?
I clicked on the wrong. This is a Photoshop template for how you can format cards to get them printed for you of like
Oh.
the cut line and the bleed line for
Oh,
color
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Ah,
I
Nice.
I
Trim
it's for a tarot card. So when I saw
yeah.
tarot card, I thought it was Zog's tarot card.
Oh, whoops. Okay, so you're calling Sumori.
Yeah, I'll just call Sumori, make life easy, so we don't.
Sure.
You know.
Let her know where her ledger is.
Do we have the ledger?
It's in the roll top, most likely.
Right.
The original ledger,
Yeah.
like the ledger that she's looking for, is in the roll top. Oh, there you go. Hey,
That's a good one.
there he is.
That's a good one.
There's the face.
So, there you
I
go.
don't know how to play characters that are hot.
You're doing
But
a
all
good
your
job.
characters
Is
are
that
hot.
a humble brag or a humble? I don't know.
Flag.
Anyway,
Escapism.
hello.
Hey, it's Zog.
Oh, hey. Thank you
So-
for calling. Do you have any updates?
Yeah. The ledger's probably in the roll top.
What? And she you hear footsteps over, and
Yeah.
you hear the of a roll top desk opening, and the silence over the phone is deafening.
Is this silence of you're mad at me, or silence that you're mad that it's there? Because if I'm wrong, I'm sorry that I just got your hopes up. We didn't check.
This is silence of being mad at my coworkers.
Yeah, that you have a bigger issue.
Come in and we'll talk about this.
I there are very big things happening. I
Oh,
think
right,
it would
of
be-
course. I'll come to you.
No,
then.
yes. There's coffee shop, Moonbucks. No, Moon.
Starlight
Stars.
Express.
Moon dollars.
Sure. You want to go to the Starlight Express? You want to get a morning margarita?
The Gith place?
Yeah, fuck it.
I suppose.
Yeah, let's morning margs on me, and we'll figure this
Well,
out. And
If he... Sure. Let's go there. All right. I'll see you there then.
who said the Starlight Express?
Willow did.
Trying to get a coffee shop, and Bradley panicked and was just like, I have to say whatever someone else just said.
I couldn't remember the name of the
Moon dollars.
Moon dollars.
Dollar.
No,
I
Starlight
just
Express
started-
is way
Starlight
better.
Express.
I got stuck in a yes and loop, and now we're going to a bar instead of a coffee shop.
Yeah. A bar that you might need to double check on because you forgot to ask about important information while you were there.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh,
Also, no one would expect you to go there for a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Coffee
So,
shop, yes.
So,
Me-
does anyone...
Margarita?
So, does anyone have any other points of order before you go to the Starlight Express? I'm hearing a no. So we
I'm
end
just
up
gonna
there.
cast tongue.
What was it?
No.
Can I just cast tongues on myself?
Done. It lasts 1 hour.
Right.
So you might want to
Yep,
save
yeah.
like when you cast it. So you can cast it at Starlight
Oh,
Express.
I'll cast it when we get there then.
Yeah. So
Is
We-
Allie casting tongues on themselves? Just
so
giving them a
we
bath?
magic cut zip pan.
Yeah, just
So we magic cut zip pan from the party in the sewers to the party at the Starlight Express.
I prestidigitate everybody to be clean because, we were just in the sewer.
Of course.
thank you.
thanks.
So as you are there, you actually manage to get there around the same time Sumori does. Sumori meets you outside of the bar, and she looks pissed.
I have seen that face while leaving bars. I haven't seen it many times walking into one.
She how do I describe this? She drops the pissed for a little bit and smiles at you like,
Yeah.
thank you. Let's talk about what we're
Yeah.
gonna do here. And she like leads into the bar first. And very subtly, a couple of people acknowledge her presence when she walks in. Like, she's been there at least once before.
Zog just sits right down next to her. So, come here often?
Only when I have a hard day. No.
Well, we're starting a hard day.
Well, then the trend continues. And you see another Gith. If you sit at a table as opposed to one of the bars, one, it's very crowded because this is a very, like I said, a shallow establishment. Like, you walk in and there is a bar and stools and not a lot of room for tables. There's a couple of booths that line up against the front wall. But yes, it's, you all, like, the comedic image of everyone being squished into one booth is hilarious. Especially Burk. Burk, you are either resolved to sitting on the end of the table on the floor or crushing everyone in between you and the wall.
I'll just choose the floor or
Okay.
just stand.
I just
Just
want to like
stand.
stand outside of the seating area as well because I'm 6'1".
Okay.
Well, I need Quinlan. I message Quinlan just squish into the booth as I'm like, I'll have one of my more.
This is actually
Intelligent.
fortuitous. This is actually fortuitous as if a couple of you are standing out around because you can act as like body cover.
Yeah.
So
As Zoc just like, Quinlan, if you don't mind, you're better at just explaining things than I am.
Okay. And I'm gonna sit down next to him.
Sumori sits opposite both of you. Does anyone sit next to Sumori?
Are we
hearing
all on
another
one
no.
side of the booth and Sumori's on the other?
Samori's on
We're
one
just, like,
side,
behind
and
Zog.
everyone is shoved into. Well,
I'll sit by her.
Sundial can kind of squish and stretch and constrict to whatever like
Sundial
size he
is, like,
needs to
a
be for this.
line at the
Yeah.
moment.
Just like a thin vertical pencil line,
It's just
like
flat
Against the
Stanley.
wall.
Flat
You look
Stanley.
like the cucumber from VeggieTales.
You're like a fucking
Flat
like a wall
Stanley.
decal. Like you make yourself
Yeah.
into like a sticky wall decal on the window.
Who said I was sticky?
What? I mean, so anyway, Sumori sits across from Quinlan and Zog. And she just goes. And as soon as the drinks are set down on the table, just like a round, a typical round.
Zog ordered everyone espresso martinis because it's early in the morning.
Espresso. Okay, so you see 8. No. Yes, 8
Yeah.
tall, thin stem, and then umbrella cups of dry espresso martini, no ice, but you see a swirling of like cream and sugar and it has that same signature glow that the water did. Like the little like it sparkles. So they must have used their sparkly water for the espresso base or whatever it happened to be. But as soon as the drinks are set down, and everyone partakes, Sumori is like, if my ledger was in the roll top desk the whole time, then what book was I operating under the assumption was the ledger that they took? They, he, who took it? I don't care. Who took the book? Do you know?
I found a fake ledger at Wit's house.
God
And
damn it. Oh, we're not in the sewer anymore. We need to be in the city.
This bar is so drippy.
Damn.
They really need to
It's
work
a little
for it.
moist.
Drips here? Where?
It's a little moist.
He just followed us.
What is special martini? No.
You
Take
never
mine.
leave your house. Why are you out here?
Take mine.
Your house of lies. No.
Fucking bunker.
Anyway,
About that,
there we go.
Fisker is also part of that whole situation.
Woo. Okay.
And possibly more of your workers.
Huh?
Is
Possibly
that really a
more.
surprise to you?
You did hire a criminal law attorney who is open about the fact that he is willing to do whatever it takes to get clients who can pay to walk free. It's not about justice, it's about money makes right.
Well, when I talked to him, when I interviewed him, he put on his best face and made it about the justice. So help me. So sue me. Actually, don't. For believing a man who was able to do that to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you, too, Zog.
You don't got to apologize to me for anything.
Okay. Well, one way or another. He seemed desperate, and I was hiding my desperation by bringing him in. More money for the firm meant more upgrades. More clients would show up. But I've wanted more than anything to help people. That's my primary clientele, is helping people. You know.
Nobody can ever fault you for that.
But Wit...
As they say, the
Whit
road to
can-
hell is paved with good intentions.
Well, Let's just hope you're not literally right there.
I hope not.
So, back up again. Fisker and Wit are conspiring with my book, but it's not my book. It's some other book. What?
I think it's just now clicking in my head. It is just now clicking in my head that it's a ledger of criminals and they want to eliminate people. They're probably going after the criminals. Wit told me he wants to eliminate people. I wish I knew exactly what he said. DM, would you be willing to tell me, or do I have to roll for it?
Rewind. With your conversation with Wit, you remember Wit saying something along the lines of, and I did not write this down.
Yeah.
Because I hardly write anything down on my end. Excuse my poor DMing. Something to the tune of, your people have put down mine for a long time, and it's time I had revenge. Or it's time I had retribution.
Yeah. Okay. Your people have put down mine. So maybe not the criminals.
He's going after the Justice Bringers.
The Justice Bringer. But my people, I'm damn near a pirate.
My people could.
Piracy is more of
different things.
Piracy is less of a New York City crime and more of a Crown's Guard crime. I think that
we have a problem. It's bigger than what you might think. They might be going for orc leaders in the city.
Orcs.
Well, that would be a problem when we're going after any group of people with another group of people. It's bad regardless. I never meant for any of this to happen. I mean, if I'd have known. But I guess there was no way for me to. So, what do we do now? Do you know where they are? Do you have any idea where to start?
Can you sit back and think about, like, were there cases he wasn't willing to take? Was there, like, can you sit back and think, like, is there a type of person your colleague didn't want to work with?
No. He works with... I mean, granted, he didn't take too many cases in the time since I've taken him on so far. But the ones he has, there hasn't been any correlation between any of them.
Did you bring the ledger with you?
No, I left it back at the office.
Damn. Okay.
Did you want me to bring my ledger with me?
I mean, now in hindsight, I was like, oh, maybe I'll go through the ledger and I'll see.
Why don't we go to the ledger?
You want? Okay. I was avoiding going to the office.
Well, we could also take a perusing through Fisker's desk.
Fucking A. It's alright, it'll bit my tongue.
Yeah, we could do that. If y'all have other places you need to go, I can go back to the office, but I understand if y'all need to go to the office too.
Can we send pictures over sending stones? Are we
No, you cannot. No.
Damn.
Can I just email you?
That's a good question, though.
Are there faxing stones?
Faxing stones?
It's amazing.
Yeah, they're called printers. No.
There is, alright, I'm making it canon right now if I got to do one thing. There is one faxing stone in the entire world, and it's at Tesla's auto shop.
Yeah, probably. Tesla has probably invented that, and has probably not invented the other one to communicate it with anybody yet,
yeah.
So...
She has the one, and she's like, one day someone else will have the same idea.
Yeah. not patenting it and allowing other people to make it so that they can communicate that way. Just hoping the same idea pops into someone else's head. That would be Tesla. That
He's
would
like, I don't know how to make money on this, so I'm just gonna sit on it.
You know how hard it's gonna be to make a second one?
Anyway,
You know how long it took me to make the first one?
Alright.
anyway. So, my initial question still hasn't been answered. Do we know what this book is that they wanted?
No.
Piece of garbage.
Okay. Well. And we don't know where they are. And we're not entirely sure what they're doing. Well, I am here to follow your lead for the rest of this. I don't need to stand idly by at my office while you're out doing this.
Very
Does
well, then
locate
let
creature
us-
work on people?
Is there
Or
a
is that
separate...
animals?
I was about to say, is there a separate spell for locate person?
I don't
I think-
think so.
Sounds
is there?
familiar though.
It does, right?
I don't know. It says describe or name a creature that is familiar to you.
A creature that is familiar.
I
Yeah.
think that would work.
I mean, because locate
Does it-
object, I could also just...
I was about to say, does
Googling
it...
it,
All that
Googling it
pops up
says
is
that locate creature is what pops up when you type in locate person spell.
Oh,
What if we
locate creature
like,
might be...
try
Because
and
there's a
use some of
locate
our-
animals and plants, there's a locate object, but there's no locate person.
Then locate creature might be your perfect...
It works... So, D&D Beyond says itself, it works on humanoid creatures.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, you're a human.
So, okay.
Yeah, so that counts. Absolutely it counts.
I'm gonna have that in my back pocket.
Yeah. You absolutely do.
Fourth
So you
level
have a
spell,
way...
Jesus Christ.
So you have a way to find Fisker or Wit. Does it have a range like locate object does? Does it have like
1,000 feet as well.
1,000 feet?
And this one has the weird caveat that if there is water in between it, if there's more than 10 feet of water between us, I got nothing.
More than
I
10
know
feet
that
of
they're
water,
on the-
like
Same thing
like
they're
if you draw
polymorphed.
a line on the ground that more than 10
Yes.
feet of water straight across?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yes.
rough.
Which is weird.
That
I
is a little
know
rough.
I know the direction they're at, but it stops when I hit the water, basically.
Right.
Zog should get a pass on that because of his deity.
Oh my god, I fucking should.
What an argument. No.
Great point. No.
Come
But
on,
you are
Iron
at
Man.
the Starlight
I will
Express.
come.
I will also point
Yes.
out you are at the Starlight Express. You do still have another person a person of interest who might
Yes. Somebody who can pronounce their name, please. Don't make me do it.
Romanoris or whatever.
Romanora.
Romanoris.
Ramen noodles.
Ramen.
forgot.
Romaoris.
That's what I
That's
thought.
what it is.
Roma.
Romaoris.
That's what it was.
Vormorosaurus.
Romasaurus.
Rah, 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 rah.
Rada 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 rada.
Rada, rada.
Roombaoris.
Roma Oris. I got it here. I've got it here. Roma Oris. So, you do still have Roma Oris. That you could be tempted. I'm hinting too much.
We
Yeah,
should
we'll
probably
check.
go over to
We'll
him.
check before we go.
Should probably see if he's here.
Hmm.
You think he's here this early in the morning?
We are.
Allie, do you
That's
think that you
fair.
have any contacts that maybe you could talk to that might know of any weird things going on in the city?
Well, it's 11, so not really
Uh,
that late. Or not that really.
My contacts typically don't deal in the weird; they deal in the mischievous.
I guess that's like I used an adjective that could be either way.
At this point, how many people have had the espresso martini?
I did
I
not.
mean, I've already drank
did
my
not.
entire-
Raise your hand if you have.
We had espressos.
Yeah.
Zog ordered a round of espresso martinis for the table.
Yes, I will have drink in mine.
Okay, so
Immediately.
two.
I'm
I
like
will put my
sipping
entire
it.
Sipping,
that I will
even sipping
consume it-
counts. Even sipping
That's
counts.
fine.
the way that I consume it is that I like tube my mouth into the cup and just
Just suck it all in. Okay.
If I
If
see
you
Allie
have-
hasn't touched theirs, I will start drinking theirs by the time I'm finished mine.
If
Coffee
you have
doesn't sit well.
As soon as you finish yours, I
if you have
slide
drunk
mine
even a
over.
little bit of your
Give
espresso
IBS.
martini, I need you to please make me a dexterity check.
What?
Just a
Crap.
check, not a save.
Okay.
That's a natural one.
Natural
16.
1.
I got a 1 too.
No, 1.
Oh no!
Dono.
Oh, I got a 16.
16. Okay. Sundial. Sundial, you gain you gain an additional +1 to dexterity for the next hour.
Yeet! Okay. Cool. Ooh.
On a 1, you do not gain anything. You find it very jittery. You find yourself jittery and it kind of, the jitter of the espresso cancels out the slow of the martini. It's like,
So
Yeah, that's the goal.
My
Oh,
plus
yeah.
1, does that mean that my 16 goes to 17, or
that means that
three
you
becomes
can
a 4?
add 1 to dexterity check. So your +3 becomes a +4 for the next hour.
Got it. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
So now my dexterity and my strength are the exact same, along with my intelligence and my charisma.
There you go. God damn. So,
All right. So, all right.
the floor is now
So we
yours. You have plenty of avenues to go down. It's now yours.
Yes. We have to look for this gith. We have to go to the bookstore. We have to check the ledger. We have to check the baseball field. Zog's gonna write a to-do list. Zog is stressed. Zog is
Make a
All
to-do list.
Zog just at the table, scrunched,
Getting to
scrunched
know
everybody.
you. Getting to know all about you.
Bookstore,
How
Getting to like
well
you.
is
Getting
Zog
to
at
like you
spelling?
like me.
baseball. I don't know. It's not a strong suit of his. It's not one that, he's never won a spelling bee, but he's also never competed
I just
in
thought
one.
about this. What
I
if
mean, you do have an 11, so
what if I
you're
use
above
Umberlee's
average.
background, and whenever Umberlee is talking as a subtle cue, I just go like, I'm either talking over here or I'm talking over here, and depending on the side that I'm on, it's subtext. That would be
Oh, God.
that would be weird, wouldn't it?
Yes. Ledger. I already forgot. Bookstore, baseball, ledger. Oh, and GIF. Oh, we're here. We could look for the GIF.
Uh-huh.
Dippy, do I pick up any conversations throughout the bar?
As you're
while we're
just
standing here?
listening,
Yeah, because I got tongues on.
the gif around you turns from a wave of apostrophes and commas and what's the word I'm looking for? Vowels.
Lots of punctuation.
Vowels, apostrophes, and commas turns into common before your very ears. Kind of some boring stuff. Boring gith stuff. Have you been... have you visited the... Have you visited the Night Garden yet? Are you going to take your family on a vacation to the Astral Sea at some point? Would you...
we can go there.
Gith Yankee can. Gith
Guys,
Yankee
we
are
need to
from the
hire a
Astral.
GIF.
Gith Yankee and Githzerai can because they're from the Astral Sea.
Let's fucking to the Astral Sea with this party. Goddamn.
Eavesdropping. Do you
Like a
want to
juggernaut.
fight somebody right now? And calmly being told no, you shouldn't do that here.
Okay.
But no conversation about. You don't hear a name specifically, even one you're looking for, and you don't hear anything about like a plot. Until no, I'm kidding. No.
Okay, no, yeah, that's good. I was just curious.
Yeah. So yeah, you're here. You remember the bartender.
So it sounds like we have a lot of different things that we need to do. Should we not make teams again?
Yeah, I guess we should.
I feel like we could handle them all at once.
Could we?
And we just handle the bar here, and then we could go to the one. We could go to the field.
So what's the end goal? What do we want?
Yeah, I feel like it's bar, And whatever,
Marker.
like bookstore or ledger, depending on which one's closer, and then ending at the baseball field. Right?
So
We'll
start
get-
at the bar as a group, split up again to go bookstore and back to the office to look at the ledger, and
then
then
regroup.
meet up at the field.
When you mention the field, you make a perception check, please.
When I mention the field, I
God.
make a perception check.
Okay, please, D&D Beyond, do not mess me over, please.
Okay, so the dice my children bought me haven't rolled above a 10 yet.
Oh no.
But I have a +8, so that's an 18.
That's a 9.
9 total?
Yeah.
Okay, Burk, you don't really...
I'm
say
using
anything.
physical dice now.
Zog,
Fuck.
on an 18, when you mention the field, there's just a subtle, like a and then from one of the giths sitting at the bar. Just a
Hey, Quinlan, it looks like I finished both of our drinks. Let me out so I can go grab another one, please.
That was smooth.
Pat your thigh and just say, "You stay here. I'll go."
No, I got it.
Quinlan gets up. If you go to move, he's going to hold you in place with that finger to the forehead trick.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Stay.
I was trying to... Okay, alright, I guess, never mind.
You're in charge of our merry little band. This is your business. I'll be back.
Okay.
Quinlan.
So anyways, the baseball field.
Yeah. As soon as you say that, Quinlan, when you get up to go to the bar, you too, without needing to make a perception check, notice a single gift sitting at the bar make a little, like, more obvious this time, just kind of like a like turn, look, turn back. As soon as Zog makes it more obvious.
I'd like to do an insight check
On what?
on that gift.
Sure. Make an insight check, please.
10 total.
10 total. He has no defining value to that look other than curiosity about mentioning a baseball field.
Okay. Okay. I'll buy it for now.
Oh my god.
Did Sumori have a reaction to the baseball field, by the way?
No visible reaction. She's like,
Okay.
baseball field. I guess that is a visible reaction. She's like, baseball field?
Baseball field? Baseball?
Mhm.
One of those words that the more you're saying it, the
Ball.
more it sounds fake.
What
Like,
would-
you know,
What do you think is important about the baseball field?
I need to stress all these people are so much smarter than me. I don't know why they think I'm the leader. I still don't know why we're going to the baseball field. I really
Ellie
don't.
for sure heard this.
I don't know.
So Niall looks
I-
at you.
I just
And
own
goes
a
like,
boat. Yeah,
Yeah, you have the boat.
yeah.
We
The person
we all
with
live
the
in your
car.
house.
The person with the car usually drives.
Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. I
Anyway.
get it now.
Quinlan?
I am Captain Zod.
Yeah.
Good of you to catch up there, Dadley.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I don't know. I still don't know what's important about the baseball field. Sorry, Sumori. I don't have an answer.
Ah,
It's a
The-
large
the-
meeting space.
Is
Large.
the Fisk had a list in his house, a to-do list, and one of the things on the to-do list was to find a suitable patch of open ground. That is what I consider one of the best patches of open ground, aside from the botanical gardens.
Botanical gardens sound pretty though.
We went to it, bud.
We went
You
there.
were.
She brought us there.
You went there. That was
And
the
I
episode he
brought my
wasn't
back.
here. I was about to say that was the episode.
It was the episode. Sundial was there. You weren't.
Yeah,
Bud.
Sundial
That was
was
when
there,
I was the
you
one
were
that
not, yeah.
babysat Sundial.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad.
Oh.
Anyway, well, it sounds like you need to keep a stake on both, but I would prefer that we all, like, if this is a... Did you make clear whether or not this is going to be a dangerous matter? Because if we don't know what that book is, then maybe they're just doing something, you know...
Oh,
Other
you
than
tried
the whole-
banishing me to another dimension.
This is going to be a dangerous matter then. If it's dangerous, I would rather that we don't split up, if that's fine.
I mean, you can.
Because
Okay.
I want to make sure that y'all are safe, and I honestly would prefer to have people around me to make sure I'm safe. If
Yeah,
Fisker
no,
wants
totally
anything
fine.
to do with me, I don't want anything to do with him. If he took my, he didn't take my shit. How does Fisker feel about me? I don't know. I
don't know either.
Were any of the others in the office this morning?
Pauldron was, Damsu was just showing up when I left. Kim I haven't seen since yesterday.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, all right. So Quinlan,
Yeah.
I'm dying to know if Quinlan gets information at the bar, but I'm thinking not after the insight check.
Maybe.
What are you doing? What?
Then I'm up at the bar.
Uh-huh.
I approach. I put 2 stools. It's me, stool. The gift
Gith.
that looked.
Yeah. You, stool, Gith. Yeah, gotcha.
Yep. And I walk up to the bar and just give a. As I lean on it for the barkeep.
Oh, yeah. He comes over and is like, another round of drinks for your table, good sir.
Just 2 more.
As you wish. And he goes back to make 2 more.
And I'm gonna look. I'm gonna turn and still leaning.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that other gift and just be like, so don't mean to interrupt, but you perked up at the mention of baseball field. Can I just ask real quick, what's baseball? I mean, they seem to be really intent on going to wherever this is, and I have no clue. So, like...
Baseball is a sport, a game played by 2 teams. Have you got the time? I could give you the full rundown. How much are you wanting to know?
Just a quick...
2
rundown.
teams. 2 teams. 9 players each. One of the teams of 9 goes down the order to try and hit a ball thrown by one of the players of the other team, and the other 9 are lined up on a field. one of them throws the ball, the other 8 are trying to catch it. And each person down the order of the other team is trying to hit it. You run around a set of bases, base, after you hit the ball, ball, and if you make it around all 4, that's a point. Most points by the end wins. But the Urks tried to establish a team not too long ago. They didn't succeed too well.
They might have had a better shot with cricket.
Cricket? What's cricket? Sounds like a dumb sport.
In the Feywild, you wouldn't get it.
It's a lot like baseball. But played elsewhere. Where I'm from, we have what we call cricket. Well, we did. I don't know if they're still doing it. Anyway, thank you.
Is it anything like a sport of my people, the sport of lacrosse? Baseball's material plane, lacrosse is astral plane, cricket is Feywild. It's confirmed. It's confirmed.
Rugby is
Love that.
9 hells.
Rugby is the
Nine hells.
It's a continuous hour of like play where people just run back and forth and fucking hit each other. Yes. Yeah. It's an amazing sport, but still. Be an absolute beast to do that shit. Dippy's making this actual, like, putting it in the book right now.
Maybe. Anyway. There's a tiny part of my DM brain that thought of an amazing plot twist to where this is going. I'm not gonna use it, so I'm gonna tell y'all. The plot twist is your people and my people are trying to play a baseball game. And that's all that this plot is. That's all that it is they're trying to play baseball with each other.
Would not even be mad.
I'm not gonna do that. Although that would be an amazing one shot. Like a side shot. It would be like an alternate universe side shot. I know how to run tabletop baseball too. It's great. It's tabletop baseball is actually a 2d6 system. It wouldn't be that hard to run anyway.
I can't recover.
I can't. It's not possible.
You killed me with that.
What, rugby team in hell? Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, Zog, while you were gone,
so
Quinlan was asking this Gith about baseball.
Yes.
Whenever, I don't know when you left, it was like, it would have been better off playing cricket. And the Gith responded, is it anything like the team of my people, lacrosse? And it's,
Oh God.
lacrosse is astral plane, cricket is Feywild, baseball is material plane, and then Donald pipes in. Just
rugby is the 9 hells.
I can't.
One would also think that maybe croquet is hell.
Croquet is the abyss, if
Rugby
we're being
makes
honest.
so
Wait.
much
Isn't
sense.
croquet
No,
freaking the little...
No, actually,
Croquet
croquet.
is
No,
like
what are
gold.
you talking
I would
about?
think the
Croquet would be.
celestial plane.
I was about to say croquet would be the celestial plane because it's a game played by sophisticated people. Like nobody
it's
plays
Oh.
croquet.
boring and
Yeah, it's
dumb.
boring.
Old people.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
boring and
Put
dumb.
it in
Celestial
Fun
plane.
happens in the celestial plane because it's boring and there's nothing bad happening.
Yeah,
just
I was
like
about to
that
say.
Limbo's is self-explanatory.
That's why rugby for
What?
Limbo's, it's
Limbo
self-explanatory.
is self-explanatory.
Esports is
Play Limbo
the
in
Mechanist.
Limbo. What is it?
Hello,
Esports? Esports and Mechanist? Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. We have to tie a sport to every plane of existence now. Oh my god. Wait, what is the abyss? No, American football is the abyss. If rugby is the nine hells, then American football is the abyss. Oh my god. Wow. Anyway. So, and it makes sense because rugby and American football were too similar to each other. It's like,
Do we get to play
so
baseball?
like the nine hells still
Do we
prefer
get to play
rugby.
baseball?
Yeah, I like I was saying when you were gone, Deadly, I know how to run tabletop baseball. It's a 2d6
you?
system. It's a 2d6 system. Yeah, it's really simple. I would just have to find the tabletop baseball sheet, but yeah, that's absolutely something we could do in like a side quest one shot. Like, I told them, I'll tell you, I had a wonderful twist would be your people and my people are just two teams that are trying to get together to play baseball. Like that.
Yes.
Like, that would have been great.
The ledger was the list of players that they need to contact to set this up.
That's even better. Oh my god, I see the one shot already. All right, so
In Elseworld. Like,
meanwhile, in another timeline.
Oh my god.
Okay, so going back to the bar.
Once I have the drinks, I'll walk back. I don't
Mhm.
think. Can I do insight while he's doing all that talking to me?
None required. He
Okay.
hearing murmurings of the baseball field invoked in him. Are they gonna try to play baseball at the field?
Would that be
Simply.
a problem? Wait. Oh, wait. Am I in this conversation?
No, you're not.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Okay, then ignore that. Sorry.
Okay, so you get back to the table with two more
Mhm.
drinks.
Yep. And I set one down in front of Zog, and keep the other one in front of me for when he runs out. I can just slide it over.
He's gonna be
What a
drunk by the
great
time we
first.
leave the bar.
I
So you've
have,
had two espresso martinis?
and I'm having my third. Yes.
In the middle of your third, give me a con save.
All right.
You know, you
These
shouldn't
dice
have
hate
more than,
me,
like,
and I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna persevere
I was
until.
gonna say you
the
shouldn't
end.
have more than like 300 milligrams of caffeine in a sitting. You could give yourself
Okay.
a heart attack.
400 in a day
400
is
in a
the
day.
limit.
I thought. Oh yeah.
12 on my con save.
12. Okay. You
terrible.
power through the bottom of the third one, but you're feeling the jitters and the slow that canceled each other out on one drink are now hyperactively both trying to take over your system after 3. You are both losing how do I say it? You are losing your mobility, but you are increasing your fine motor at the same time.
An
So you
espresso
could
shot
be-
has 64
So you
milligrams
can
of
be
caffeine.
very precise, very inaccurately.
I'd be great at a puzzle with no wrong answers.
Exactly. Pretty much. So,
All right.
Being that, I'm not even going to slide the other one over. I am going to start sipping on that one.
Oh,
make your dexterity check.
Oh yeah, because Quinlan is gonna be so
All
bad. at
right,
dexterity.
that is a 15 on the die plus 8.
For a standard dexterity check?
Oh, that's save.
I was about to say, no, not a
19.
save check. 19.
19.
God damn, even still. Your dexterity goes up by 1 for the next hour.
Burks is just on the
it's a plus
table. He
5
has
instead
not
of a plus
touched
4.
it.
What's that?
Burks is just on the table. He has not touched it. He's just like, it is too early. Mm-mm.
Do you want to take it with you?
Do we have to-go cups here?
You-
Transfers it over from the martini glass into a coffee cup?
I'm just gonna leave it on the table for now. For now.
Fair enough.
All right.
Are y'all getting
So-
ready to get out of here?
Yeah. I look at Quinlan. Am I allowed to go to the bar now? I want to ask about the the gift we're supposed to be looking for. Vermont,
Roma or
VMW.
Roomba.
BMW.
Just Roomba.
I mean, you
Volkswagen.
can ask,
Das
but I
Auto.
genuinely don't think he's gonna have anything to do with this. If anything, he's a target, and if he is, then, well, sorry to say, but I have no hard feelings for
Sumori pipes in.
that
Are you
caliber.
I was just going to ask if Sumori. Yeah.
Are you
Does
talking
Sumori
about
know this
Roma
person?
Oris?
Yes.
I don't think Roma Oris would want to be involved with Fisker. After Fisker finagled him out, he pushed forward a disdain of him and left.
Okay. So then that
Only
sounds
thankful for getting him out of a material situation, not for how he did it. I mean, the more I think about it, Wit was kind of the same way. Thankful for being out of the situation, but not with how he did it. I really need to rethink my hiring choices.
Wait, but if you're saying Wit felt the same way, Wit's working with him now.
I don't know. I do not know.
Most likely they'll either be at the bookstore or the field.
Okay. Alright, then let's get out of here, and we will... Samori doesn't
Did you want to go back and check the ledger?
Yes. We gotta stop at a bookstore, and then...
The bookstore's on the way. Let's get going.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Because somebody needs fresh air before he gets a little too woozy.
Oh, Quinlan, you drink that much?
As I down the last of it,
Yeah.
last of that one. So
Before we leave, I'm
you're-
gonna do the same as what Quinlan does.
You're two ahead of me.
Oh, you'll take yours too? Make a
Yeah.
dexterity check.
Come on. I'm doing physical dice. Fuck that. Oh, that's so much better. Oh my god. You said Wait,
Just a
what
dex
is it again?
check. Just a standard dex check. Just add your dexterity modifier.
16.
16. All right. The astral espresso martini gives you a plus 1 to your dexterity checks on a successful dexterity check of 15 or higher. With no effect below a 15. In tune with the astral sea, in tune and using waters from the astral sea itself, it improves one's reflexes.
Zog's just
Awesome.
gonna pay the tab on the way out.
20 gold.
Jesus.
It's a magical drink.
Okay.
And you got 10 of them.
Honestly, that's
gonna
a
say,
really
I'll-
good price for fucking
Yeah.
what it does.
Alright, I put down 25 gold.
25 gold. Granted, it
As,
is only for an
that's
hour, and you can't take it with you. Unless
Yeah, I put
you
down-
ask to take it with you. In which
There's a
case,
25% tip there, sir.
there you go.
Yeah, but it's a bar.
Yeah. Dude, I've never been to a bar. So.
Your compensation
It's a
Alright.
bar in the
is
morning.
greatly appreciative.
Donna, I know you've never drank. You never been to a bar?
No,
Wow.
Okay.
Commitment.
I've only been outside of a bar where I went to go like pick up my wife from hanging out with friends.
There you
Okay.
go.
Really just
Yeah.
overpriced most of the time, and the ambiance
Yeah.
is sweaty people.
I'm not
Yeah,
old enough yet.
Depending on the
I've been to
bar you
clubs.
go to. There
I'm
are
not
bars
old
that are
enough
like
yet.
there are bars
Like-
that are a little highbrow. Yeah, I forget.
I've been to some
I
speakeasy
forget.
bars that are
There's a
nice,
player
but
in
they're
this
still...
party. There's a player in this party that has not reached drinking age yet,
And that's
American
okay.
drinking.
and that's okay.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
What would I do?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I mean,
whoa,
you're
whoa.
not missing
Friggin-
much.
Takes
But
a
again,
sip.
this is coming from somebody with an incredibly high.
Realizing Burk
Alcohol
shouldn't be
tolerance.
in this bar right now.
All you're missing is self-winning. That's all you're missing.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
I just go for dancing.
And loose lips.
Anyway.
I,
So-
for one, love drinking. Actually,
We
don't.
know
I've cut back
that.
so much.
Zog.
I try not to.
Zog.
I drink
no.
like once a month at this point. It's kind of weird.
So, if Sumori's answer on Roma Oris is satisfying to you, you can leave the bar and head down to the bookstore. You could also,
It's not, but I feel peer pressured to. Not
You can
look
make-
into it more.
well, I mean, you can ask the bartender or anyone else, you know, if you want.
Yeah, you know what? I'm alone at that bar paying the tab. I'm like, hey,
All right.
really quick.
Hmm.
You know who Morris is? I will
I
never
beg
get
your
this name right.
pardon.
Who can you, Dippy? Can you help? Dippy, can somebody help me?
You are slurring your
Roma
speech a little bit,
Oris.
bud.
Varorma or Varorma?
Ba?
Row,
Bah.
Roma.
Roma.
Oris.
row,
Oris.
row your boat.
Roma Oris. Do you know who
Varoma
Varoma Mor?
I have
Somebody's
found.
trying to fucking say
I
it.
have found
Alex-
Zog's kryptonite.
Alex gonna
Give
Found
say
Yankee
our
that.
alley.
names.
The ramen man.
Can
Tell me
Allie
about
over
ramen man.
here?
Give Yankee man.
Zog's struggling.
Anyway,
I want to stress this is me struggling. I don't want it to be Zob struggling.
Roma Oris. Well, again, you did drink a little bit, buddy.
Can
Anyway,
Allie hear
Roma
Zog
Oris.
struggling and just swipe past
I'll
and
say,
the name?
No. I'll say, yeah, as you're walking past and you just don't. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Roma Oris.
Roma Oris.
Ah. A former regular patron.
Former?
Well, he has since made his patronage unbeknownst to us ever since his dealings with the material world outside of this bar were made known to us. He has not shown face nor name since.
Okay.
This bartender sounds like he's got secrets.
He
All bartenders have secrets.
I know, but this one seems like he's trying to be like, hey, ask me about my secrets.
That's just how Gith Yankee are. They're very cryptic.
That seems wrong. That's
So.
just how
Everyone
they
in
are.
Newark City is
No,
a
they're
little
not.
racist. No.
Wow.
Oh no, but I'm in Newark City now.
You mean
I'm
to
not
tell
too
me
great
you
about my
weren't
people,
racist
honestly.
before? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Contagious?
kidding. Is racism
thought it-
contagious?
I thought I wasn't, and then I was told it was culture appropriation. Add essence to my bone.
Yeah. I was about to say you were racist before you got to Newark City against a race of people that you had not interacted with up to that point. Fucking what is it? Yantees. Yeah.
Yankees. So,
Sid. Or Shashu.
Chelsea
Sid.
Chasu.
I will always purposely say his name wrong.
Chelsea Chasu. Anyway.
that must be nice to be able to purposely say the name wrong.
I feel that. Feel
As you
that.
walk out of the bar, you make your way down to the bookstore that you found, the bookend.
Yes.
The bookstore. Yeah.
Or the
Alex,
bookmark.
that's what I-
No, it was the bookmark, that's right.
The
Oh, I
bookstore.
thought it was the bookend.
No, it was the
Bookend's
bookmark,
a better
sorry.
Name.
Book
Anyway.
something.
The
I
bookmark.
like
Book
bookend.
something. It's a fucking bookstore.
You approach the bookstore, which has yet to be properly elucidated of the name.
They're swapping signs right now, and we don't know which one's going up and coming down.
You walk up, they're hiking up bookend, and they're taking down bookmark, and you're just like, what?
I remember
Anyway.
looking at the sign as we like followed.
And when you looked at it, it was the bookmark.
It's because like
As
the
you said,
owner,
changing
they're
out
changing
signs.
owners. The first one was Mark, and now it's End. Is the first.
Frisker was just going by to give lawyerly advice for them changing ownership.
Fucking damn it. We are never gonna get through this episode.
Never.
No, we're
Okay.
not.
Oh my god.
Especially because I kind of want to look around this bookstore.
Okay, so you go to the book
Reading
end.
montage.
The bookmark.
Woo!
God damn it. The bookmark.
Okay, bookmark.
God damn it.
Sundial finds a book that says slime
The
woman
bookstore.
needs. I'm like, ooh.
You go to the bookstore, which looks like the spine of a book placed in between two buildings. I loved that description of it. It's a very narrow bookstore. It's just two floor-to-ceiling shelves and one receptionist desk right at the front door. And there are two, like, rolly ladders. I don't know what they're called. The rolling ladders that you find in a actually, no, there's one that goes around the
Actually, I think that rolling ladder is the correct name.
rolling ladder. There's a
Or,
rolling ladder that goes
bookcase
around
ladder.
the perimeter, a bookcase ladder that goes around the perimeter, and not as busy as it was when Fisker was like, everybody was on their way out. Everybody, like, this is the middle of the day. Like, this is low
Elephant
hours.
ladders.
It's obviously the new
Elephant
name.
ladders.
People don't want to go here anymore.
Yes.
That's really what they're called.
I
Elephant
like
ladders?
that name.
That's awesome. So there's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
elephant ladder that goes around the perimeter of the bookstore.
Is it spelled
And again,
elephant?
it's
Sorry.
No, it's spelled tiger, actually.
Like,
It's got a B in it.
Where is it?
There's a bee?
Where?
I'm just wondering if it has a different spelling. God damn it! Like, just like, is it elephant as an elephant, or is it like spelt differently? You guys had to go with this way.
Is it
Burk
with a
the DM.
PH or an F?
Just with a PH.
Elephant.
Okay.
Elephante.
The elephant ladder.
I have like Dippy and Burk at the top of my screen right now. So they're both dying. And then they're just the rest of us spectating.
I have them on either side of me on my screen.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Elephant with a B killed me. Okay. 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 You know what? God damn it.
Inspiration.
Everyone gets an inspiration point because I
Fuck
think
yeah.
I think all of you have had a joke that has made me laugh in this crack up session so far.
Fantastic. I will add.
Elephant?
Oh my god.
I'm up to 5, baby.
You walk in. It is dead hours. There is nobody else in the bookstore except the owner. He is
been
on
murdered.
the elephant ladder, currently perusing his books and stock. He sees you walk in. He goes down the elephant ladder, spelled with a B, and he looks to you. He looks to you. A short Urk. Now you've seen a lot of Urk in the city,
Short
and they've been between.
So sorry. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Liar.
Are you telling me this Urk is short Urk? Short Urk.
Short Urk than other Urks.
Okay.
Is his name Shirk?
They've
You
been
could say
around.
he's short
They've been
Urk.
anywhere from like. They've been
Shorty?
anywhere from like 5 feet to like some of the taller ones have been almost 7 feet tall. This guy cannot be more than 4 feet tall. He's
not?
like. Because that's how
cursed?
big he is. Because that's how big he is.
Yeah,
He's
it's the law.
he's like at maybe 4 feet, maybe a little less, as he kind of like
Name Shirk.
Where's were needed?
scampers as he kind of scampers down his
Why does he got
ladder.
a scamper?
Shirk the Urk.
Oh my god.
Shirk
Oh,
the
Dippy
short
left.
Urk.
I
I
can't
got a
wait.
case of the giggles,
If he
and I'm trying to
can't-
stop. I'm
He
trying to
can't
stop.
be tall. He can't be taller than.
He's not
Does that
allowed
mean
to
it's
be.
illegal? Is that why they were getting legal consultation?
So wait, is the elephant ladder like actually just normal sized ladder?
Oh my
but he's
fucking god!
Elephant
It's a step
ladder.
stool.
Elephant
We're gonna
ladder.
take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back. See you in a little bit. We'll be back.
Woo!
Hello again. Welcome back to the Inquisition. We have calmed down and are ready to continue the story. So, this Urk, who is below average size, goes down a ladder that rolls along in front of a set of bookcases and sees the party walking in the door. And we're already breaking again. Sees the party walking in the door. And he addresses you. I almost gave him the stupidest voice. Never mind.
Do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Make him sound like Sean Connery. Do it.
That was actually gonna be that was gonna be my opposite to my stupid voice.
What he lacks for in height, he makes up for in depth.
Of
tone.
voice. Yeah. As he sees you and he's like,
Oh, it made me blush.
company. Well, very good, very good. Yes. And he like walks down and he kind of walks over to your group. Welcome to the bookmark. How may I be of service to you?
What did we come here for again?
Do you have books?
I'm gonna walk right
Why,
up
yes.
to him, and I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna give like a few feet between us,
Sure.
and I'm just going to lean down and look him in the eyes.
Oh my.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was a gentleman who came in here last night.
There are quite a few of those.
Yes. Fisker. Seems
Came
you
in
know
late last
him.
night.
I do know him. I, in fact, took a little bit of business from him recently.
Oh,
Yes. He was coming in to replenish some supplies that he needed.
You wouldn't know an Abernathy, would you?
What are you talking about? I mean, of course not. What are you talking about?
Okay.
well.
No, he does not know Abernathy.
Okay.
What,
Might as well, like, we're a part of the guild. Might as well throw the name around a little.
Oh,
Oh, you have a good
Give us
point.
some favor
and
with people.
it'd be
Yeah.
Camden's Hall.
Yeah.
Cabin's Hall.
What would be mentioned? Yeah.
He was trying to replenish some supplies.
Standing upright, you wouldn't happen to know precisely what he was.
Well,
in
he picked up a few reams of paper, a couple of quarts of ink. He did inquire about magical ink, transcribing spells into spell books and, you know, the like, writing scrolls. I gave him what little stock I had.
Are we talking defensive ink, invisible ink, exploding ink?
No, not magical in that sense. Magical
There's
in
ink
the
that
transcription of magical spells, making sure that spells are properly transcribed into their spell books.
Understood.
Sundial will turn to somebody and be like, "There's ink that explodes."
Well,
Yeah,
yes.
I have
As
some down in the quarters of the ship if you need any.
Oh
We
my
have
god, that ink would have
explosives in the
exploded a
boat?
lot. That ink would have
Quinlan just shudders as soon as you say that.
Zog, that ink would have exploded a long time ago.
Don't
with
we
the-
have like a chest?
It's in a
that
box
has, like,
somewhere.
Don't we
Yeah.
have a chest on the boat that like is
Oh.
infinite?
Huh? No.
No, I don't think so.
Didn't we put chickens in that?
No,
No, the
the
chickens kept
chickens were
breaking it.
infinite. The chickens were infinite, not the
Oh,
box.
Okay.
Oh god, the chickens are still on the boat.
We should get a box of holding.
Oh my god, I do
Oh.
still have a chicken on that boat.
No.
Oh no.
Zog, we should get a box of holding for the boat and all. Like it's,
Zog,
Yeah.
I have a
Could you
bag
be a
of
deer
holding,
for me?
guys.
give me 2
Yeah.
seconds.
I literally
Uh-huh.
have a bag of holding.
Ooh,
You
okay.
haven't told anybody.
High or low?
Low.
Y'all have seen me shove a
Low.
whole fishing rod in there.
So that's your
Okay.
business.
I assumed it was a magic fishing rod.
Reese,
You
stop.
hear
Not that face.
Ringing in your pocket.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me. And I step outside to take it because it feels like this is a library and I shouldn't be talking about it.
It's a
Yeah.
bookstore, my good man. If it's an
Oh,
important
okay,
call
okay.
and you don't want the people outside to hear it, take it in here.
Hi, I appreciate it. All right. Hello. You got Zog.
Bathroom in the back.
Yeah, this is Dave from the Port Authority, and I was told to contact this number for a one SS Toad Skipper.
Yeah, that's me, bud.
Hey, there's like a shitload of chickens on your boat, dude.
Congrats, you got free chickens. Eat up, bud.
Yeah, we were. Wait, are you serious?
As long as you leave one in my safe, eat as many as you want.
Guys, chicken party,
And then it hangs up before you can finish that sentence.
And that's how KFC was born in Newark City.
That's how you release an invasive species into New
Yes.
York City.
Yes.
And that is
OFC.
how the
OFC.
Great Chicken
Oh,
Wars
no,
of
UFC.
UFC,
13
Turkish fried
began.
chicken.
UFC.
Going outside their house,
UFC
picking
instead
up
of
a chicken by
Ultimate
the neck.
Fighting Club, UFC, UFC, Ultimate Fighting Club, or Turkish fried chicken.
Honestly, you just solve like Urkish hunger in that
Turkish
town.
fried doppel.
Look, I'm gonna be real. These
When
chickens
you-
kind
okay,
of
listen.
solve world hunger if you think about it enough.
Okay,
but-
listen. When you cook it, it does not double anymore. So as long
Yes.
as they,
Yeah.
if they are smart enough to leave a raw one,
Yeah.
then yes, it would solve world hunger. But are they going to be that smart?
Yeah.
We'll
It's up to
find
you.
out.
We'll find out.
Well, I mean, all you need is one smart leader dude to realize that and just be like, "All right, everybody, save at least
Hello,
like we
everybody.
on this many on a day, and then as it multiplies, we increase that, and by the time it comes to Tuesday, we'll still have solved world hunger."
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
Whoa!
Anyway,
Okay, so magical
What are you
ink.
doing?
Gotcha.
so magical. There's ink that explodes. Anyway, so yes, magical ink that properly transcribes spells into their spell books. Whenever Fisker comes by, he doesn't usually need that. He did ask the last time. And he
Well.
came in recently.
Last night?
Last night. I did have a brief meeting with him last night. He didn't say much, though. He just kind of walked in. I called out his name. He didn't respond. Weird.
Did he
Then
go
he-
to a specific spot in the bookstore?
Well, and he turns around and, like, looks to the shelf, gets back up on the ladder, like, a few steps, and then pushes himself along the roller, and it rolls to a spot where he, boink, he, like, stops at an empty cubbyhole that is yet to be filled with another book. He did... I mean, I have it checked out to another person right now, but he did stop and look at this book. It was a... the name of the book escapes me, but it was basically...
Would it be in your
Incan-
logs?
incantation practice of some kind.
Okay.
Okay.
Incantation practice for beginners. I mean, every new wizard. Magical ink incantation practice makes me think he wants to be a wizard. So, I didn't bother him.
It's always a good idea to have a little extra trickery up your sleeve.
Indeed it is. Speaking of which, would you like to buy a book? You can rent them if you only need to read them for a little while, and you can bring them back, or you can buy them, and I won't worry about ever having to see it again in that case.
I was actually gonna ask, does he just have an atlas of like ocean currents and shit like that? You know what I mean?
An oceanic chart.
Yeah.
I believe, and he's still standing on the ladder, and then he like dunk 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 dunk, like up to like the top ring, like the top tippy top level of books, and he kind of like reaches up and pulls, and a lot of dust flies out over the store, but you notice a small magical updraft brings that dust into a couple of little holes in the ceiling. As he like slides down the ladder, book in one hand, and in the other hand the ladder where he slides and lands on the floor beneath you. He holds the book up to you. Most current oceanic chart I have, good fellow.
Cool. All right. I just flip it open really quick. It's not like super old, right? Like it's fairly up to date.
You flip open to a copy year, and you look and you see that this copy was made about 10 years ago.
That sounds pretty good. I just like open to like my home area, like an area I would know the currents of pretty well, just to see like, all right, are they like, you know what I mean?
So each page, because this is an oceanic current, it follows a lot of the coastline of the various continents on Chaos.
Yes. Which is what I want.
You see, and you kind of flip over to In-Quy'zz-ition, and you see like coastline, but there are some river charts in here as well. And you flip open to the river chart where the Coleman River meets the Burk River, which you are very close to and have traveled many times. You see a couple of little geological charts, a couple of little marking lines, but the current flows exactly in the way that you have felt it depicted in the book.
All right. What you want for it? We're going to be doing a lot more traveling in places I haven't been yet. Might as well have the info I need.
Well, I could have my copier make you a new copy of that one. See, our oceanic charts, we sell copies. Most people just come in looking for like 1, 2. If you want the whole book, I'm happy to give it to you, but it would be a little heftier than normal. Because I would have to wait for another copy to come from the same map maker, the same cartographers.
Okay. So what you want?
150 gold?
You saw how much dust was on it? Nobody's asking for copies of this.
It's still important. Again, individual charts.
How important?
Have you seen all of the rivers and puddles around, my blue friend? People ask for charts of the local area all the time.
Stout acquaintance.
Right.
I
then
do
I'll
need to
just
have it
say,
on hand.
Then I'll just say I appreciate being able to see it.
What's that?
Then I'll just say I appreciate being able to see it, because I don't know where I wanted one on hand for when we are in places I don't know.
Okay, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. How about 100 gold? Instead of 150. The 50 tack on was for the fee to cover an extra copy from the cartographer. I'll cover the cartographer's fee. If you need it that badly, I can drop you down to 100.
How
How about
60?
Oh.
80.
How about
30.
That make a persuasion check, please.
All right.
Can I do a perception check to see how much wear and tear this book has on it?
No perception check required. 10 years old, has a fair. It's not mint condition.
I just pipe up from the back. I'm just like,
it is near mint, because it has not been. it's near mint because it hasn't been used too much yet.
But it's not sleeved.
I just
And
comment.
it's not sleeved. Yeah.
A rabid 20.
A rabid, a preposterous 20. That needs to be a thing I say all the time. A preposterous 20. He looks to you confused, thinking you went the wrong direction, and he's like, 60? And you successfully tricked him into saying a price you already said was a low point.
Yep. I immediately shake his hand, grab the book.
I didn't.
And shake.
Quinlan, are you paying for it?
Turn around, slap you with the book, and slap him with 60 gold.
Then I'll just say what my plan was now that it doesn't matter. I still have my diamond earrings for resurrection that I don't need now that I have my staff. I have enough healing on me and whatnot that I was just going to offer a diamond.
There you go.
But I guess
Well,
we'll
it doesn't matter
with the
now.
steal.
There you go. You picked it up for his
Hey,
steal.
now you got the diamonds for later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Were there were there any other books you needed?
Do you have anything on since I feel like I'm not gonna be able to ask her.
Do you have
Do you
anything about the
have-
stars? Like, as you're like struggling to figure something out.
About studying stars or star charts?
Like maybe like people of the stars.
You're looking for a Gith book?
I don't know how to read Gith. Do you have? Okay, maybe I need to. Do you have any books on languages, like learning them?
We do offer some language learning program books. Yes, of course. And he pans over and you see a shelf where instead of spine to spine books, you see cover facing books. You ever heard of Rosetta Stone? Like in real life Rosetta Stone?
Yeah.
These are also called Rosetta Stone because the Rosetta Stone is a very ancient artifact in the real world, but it is also transfers over. And you see a Rosetta Stone cover of a rather thick book for each book, and you see about 12 or 14, 15 different languages front-facing listed on this display shelf. If there is a specific language you are looking for, what would it be?
Hey, what do all you guys actually know? Like speak?
Okay, I'll
You
just
speak
list.
all the languages I speak.
I can
Yeah.
technically speak every language.
Oh, I can understand fish.
Same.
You never taught me that one.
I can't teach you. That's like a Umberly thing.
Oh.
Infernal and Sylvan?
Speaking to my
I'll take
children
Infernal
comes
and
with the
Sylvan.
chorus.
I'm gonna look for Infernal and Sylvan.
I was gonna say that's
Infernal
what I
and
speak,
Sylvan.
Yeah.
You see Rosetta Stone Infernal and Rosetta Stone Sylvan, both
much
listed
are
on the
these?
shelf.
I love it.
Now those
I can
are a
teach you
non-negotiable for each. They are
Insight check. Is
they're-
it fucking lying to me?
I could
No.
I could teach you Infernal.
And I can teach you Sylvan.
I also know Sylvan. I know
We can all
Giant
work
and
together to
Primordial
get-
too.
Sylvan.
I just thought maybe this would be
But
like.
for the
zero
inexperienced, but for the inexperienced speaker, the books can act as a help. Each language learning program is 75 gold.
If I buy in bulk, can I get a discount?
Make a persuasion check.
I cast guidance.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay, add a d4.
I got persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
4 with a 3. I got 22.
You said 22?
Yes.
He looks to you, having already been frisked once today, and against his better judgment, he says, if you buy, how many are you looking to buy?
So I can
2.
learn
You're looking to buy
Infernal
2.
and Sylvan. And what's the other ones? I think I heard Primordial
Oh my god.
somewhere.
Okay.
I can teach.
I don't feel like
Celestial.
Primordial can
What
be
is
written in a
that?
book.
I was about to
true.
say,
It sounds like deep guttural.
listed on the shelf. You see Orcish, Giant, Elvish, Dwarvish, Halfling,
Mm-hmm.
Sylvan, Infernal,
I will take-
Celestial?
too
I don't know
complex.
if you
will
listed
take
Celestial. Oh.
Celestial's too
Giant.
complex. Primordial
Sylvan.
Primordial is
And Infernal.
unironically too simple. You can't put Primordial in a book because it is comprised of sounds of nature.
And I'll just have some, and I'll just ask them.
Oh yeah, Urkish, Orcish,
I already know that.
common for non-native common speakers. French? No, I'm kidding.
I don't think that, like, so you know how like every race probably has like a base race that they've learned and then
Yeah.
that went along and learned common, like how
Yeah.
have Elvish and
Of
everything
course,
like
yeah.
that. That's why they would speak with an accent. Now I like to imagine that Sundial is quite literally Duolingoed, like Zog taught him both Orc and Common at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Like would mix it constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Like Spanglish, but
Yeah.
or
Yeah. So I'll take Giant, Sylvan, and Infernal, which seems to be the 3 most common.
So that would be. Do you need to go check on that? Oh, okay.
Who?
We're good. We're good.
150, 225. If you're buying all 3, I can bring it down to 200. Saving you 25 gold overall.
175, and you got yourself a deal.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I will cancel that and make it a straight roll.
All right.
I love my character ability, my class abilities.
I love my character.
That is a sweaty hot 20.
Jesus. As you feel his frustration and you feel like a pulsing ticking clock, just like goes in time with the universe and stabilizes it. His anger dissipates. Just 175, you have yourself a deal.
Freaking enhance it, makes an actual hand.
So,
Alrighty.
you have... Now let me explain how Rosetta Stone works in this world. Normally, you need to make a check like every day for a set amount of days and succeed a certain amount of times in order for a language to be learned. With Rosetta Stone, you read the book and make one check. If it succeeds, then you have successfully learned the language. If it fails, you skim through the book. You skim through the book to catch up on what you didn't learn, and you make the check again. Succeeds, you learn the language. Fails, you gotta skim through it again.
If I do it with somebody that knows the language, then would I get like advantage?
You could speed up the process.
Okay.
I was about to say you would get advantage, but no, you would not get advantage. You would speed up the process. So reading the book does take time.
Burk, can you hold these for me?
Yeah, can do.
Okay.
So you
just
have
put 'em
Rosetta Stone
in-
Infernal, Rosetta Stone Sylvan, and Rosetta Stone Giant. Now,
Yes.
as soon as those books and checks are applicable to anybody in the party. So if everybody in the party has access to learning Infernal, Sylvan, and Giant by reading the book and making one check. Reading the book in its entirety, the language learning program, costs 8 hours.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not bad.
So you could do that over the course of a sleepless long rest. You could do that over the course of a, 8 short rests of 1 hour. You can do it in free time, in downtime. Would be 1 day's worth of downtime would be enough for this book.
Yeah, that's like a boat trip for us. Most
A
of the
boat
time.
trip where nothing else is happening.
Okay,
So
I am making each one of these books in my.
I'll put them in my bag.
thank
for
you.
right now.
Thank you for making your business at the bookmark. Yes.
I was gonna ask.
Yes.
Do you happen
Burke, are you
have
trying to talk
anything-
about? Are you trying to talk about the layer of hell that Kim mentioned?
I was just gonna ask in general if he had a book on like Nine Hells history
Infernal
that
history.
just lists anything that just
Do you want a
goes
beginner's
through-
guide or a comprehensive history? Because I have both.
I can also find a book. I also see here a book on the Rugby of Hell.
The classic matchup.
comprehensive?
It
Something
seems
that
like Amar's or head. Or head.
something that goes through and like explains stuff in detail.
You'll want a comprehensive guide then.
Yes.
As he thumbs through.
All right.
Leading Hell historiographer. And he hands it to you.
How much would this be?
Diabolus Voxi. The history of the Hells and all you need to know. Written by...
Just says Burke's dad for some reason.
I was about to say Burke's dad. No, it's not Burke's. It's not
I
your
don't know
father.
my
No.
dad.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just the author is
There
Burke's
is a
dad.
great example of why libraries are free. Capitalism really be making everything
Here we
super
go.
expensive.
Got it.
Yeah.
Written by Osril.
Also. Okay.
Osril. Osril.
Seems like taking a lot of your books, but how much would this be?
Luckily, I can part with this book for only 10 gold.
Ew, I'm kidding.
That's a deal. I
Thank
give
you.
him the 10 gold.
All right. So 3 language learning programs for 175 gold, a book on the history of hell for 10, an oceanic charts book for 60. Allie.
Do you have any? I look at my companions and I'm like, you know what? At this point, any children books good for ages 7 and younger?
Should have a whole section here. Let's see. He
Do you have any
swings
bundles I
around
could
again.
take?
What's that?
Any bundles I could take, or 20 or less gold?
As he kind of looks around and says, "Well, I have individual pickings here mostly. How many are you after?"
5 would be plenty.
5. Then allow me.
Right? 5 would be right. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6. I lied. 6 would be
6.
Well, yeah. Yes.
Allow me to make some recommendations. As he slides down holding a pile of 6 little books. Hands them over to you.
I'm just gonna flick through them, make sure none of them will be problematic for the individuals I'm considering giving them to.
Give me a second while I look up a hilarious joke. I'm trying to. How does Fantasy Name Generator not have a moon name generator? Like a name of a moon. Are you serious?
I'll be honest, I've never played D&D and been like, I have to name that moon.
Well, of course you do.
It's probably not very like
Evil organizations. No. No. Wow. Oh, star names. That works. Okay. You are now going to learn the names of the 2 moons that circle this planet.
okay.
Because you recognize this as being the greater of the 2, and there is another one that is lesser, that falls within popular culture. So, the 2 moons that circle your planet, Gios, are Theos, F-E-O-S, and Fair, P-H-E-R, Theos and Fair. And the first one is Goodnight Theos. If you've read Goodnight Moon. If you give a kobold a gold piece,
Twinkle, twinkle, little gif.
twinkle, twinkle, little gift.
The hungry Tarask.
The very hungry Tarask. Yeah, sure, go for it. Very hungry Tarask, Goodnight Theos. If you give a kobold a gold piece, Flat Daniel.
Not one for me. Don't
No.
get that one, bud.
Y'all aren't familiar with Flat
The
Stanley?
Giving Treant?
The Giving Treant.
Ooh, oh, I like that one a lot.
Ooh, that's good.
How many is
And
that?
that's 5.
One more.
Oh, the places you'll go.
I was
Nothing
about
to it. It's just still that. It's
I'm
just a
trying to
weird
think
world.
of.
now.
I'm trying to think of what's a good one for green eggs and ham? Blue eggs and beef.
Green rations and water? No.
Blue eggs and beef.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's good. That's good.
There you go. So those are the 6 books he hands you, and he says, for all 6, 5 gold should be fine.
Thank you. I hand him the 5 gold.
All right. Do you need those bundled up with like
I
twine?
can just, and I'm just aggressively shoving them in my bag. Like, I'm not worried if they get, like,
I would
damaged.
be careful with.
Trust me, where they're going to end up, they'll have to deal with a lot worse.
You do have a fine point. Well, if that's all that you all are after, I appreciate your business. I do hope that your future encounters with Fisker are of good nature. He seems to have done well to me, so.
Well, we hope the same thing.
Well, then you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you so much for coming to the book. And he climbs back up the ladder and starts rearranging the books that have just
No
been
promises.
smirk, and he walks. All right, so you leave the bookmark. Sumori did not acknowledge any of this. Actually, before you leave, Sumori will look and be like, "Do you have any more blank ledgers that I can perhaps use?" And, did I never say this guy's name? Oh my god, I don't think I did.
No.
Holy shit. How did I get through all of that without y'all asking his name? That's incredible.
Just
I
the
don't know.
bookkeeper.
He's the book boy.
Bog. B-H-O-G. Bog. Bog. Is like a very specific bog. It's too similar. Brawl. B-R-A-L-L. Brawl. Brawl looks to Sumori and is like, yes, of course. Anything wrong with what you have? And she's like, no, but, wouldn't hurt to make another copy. Excellent. 15 gold?
I am
10.
watching this ledger so tightly. Does this look like her ledger? Is it like the same? Like, does it look exactly the same?
It's rather similar, but it is not exactly the same. The binding's a little different. The metal insets are a little different.
Does it look similar enough that it could also be mistaken as the ledger that I found at Witt's house?
Make an investigation check, actually. That's a check that I like the sound of.
The dice have given me above a 10. It's given me 10 times 2. That's a real nice 20.
Is that a
Which I
natural
didn't even-
20?
Oh
It's a
my
natural
God.
20. I would hope so. I don't know if y'all. Nope, it's not gonna let me show
It's
it
clear.
again. I'll take
Yeah.
a picture. It's a ribbon, and I did not realize that on this dice.
Oh, fun!
Ooh.
So natural 20. This
Yes.
book, with a couple minor tweaks and modifications, could be made to look exactly like the book that Witt had. Very easily. You remember them looking, you remember the way that the ledger that Witt took with him looked. And the way that this one looks incredibly similar.
I immediately look at the bookkeep. Did Fisker buy a new ledger recently?
Talking to Sumori or
No, the bookkeep.
to Brawl?
Brawl.
Not to my knowledge, no.
What about a curly-haired tiefling?
Pink tiefling.
Purple skin,
Pink.
pink skin, black curly hair.
Mm,
Kind of looks like a bottom.
Me, but pink and not built.
that's a 12 on the die. He looks up and he like has a brainwave, and he's like, actually, that description does sound rather familiar. You seem to know a lot about books.
I know how to read.
Thanks.
I sure hope that you do, sir.
Okay.
Was there anything else?
I write my number down, like my sending stone number. I'm like, can you give us a call if anyone else is trying to buy a similar ledger?
If I think about it, do you want me to?
Alright.
I can't guarantee I'll call every time, but
I give him 5 gold.
I'll
Every
call the
time
next.
in the next 48 hours.
That is something I can work with. 48 hours. I will contact you with this. Sure. Takes 5 gold.
All right. Well, now we know. Where,
Offers his hand.
Yeah. Shake his hand.
I appreciate you and your group doing business with me today.
Yes.
Legitimate or
Aye.
not, it may have been, but you have yourselves plenty of fine new reading materials.
Yes.
Thank
Off to
you.
the office.
Hope to see you again. And he waves you out the door. So,
Sundial becomes his size and just goes, "Ha, bye," and then goes back to being small.
as he... so you grow to meet him, and then shrink
Yes.
back down. And he's like, fun trick? And he waves. So, you head back to the office.
Yes.
The oh god, did I say that? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. The lobby. Yes, I did. Dolores sees you in the lobby again. Sumori and all of you. It's like, oh well, it's just so nice to see you all again. And then sees how like busy your faces are, and is like, oh, my apologies. And he just like gets back
You
to her.
good, sweetie. Sorry I didn't bring you a coffee this time. We're a little bit of a rush.
Oh, don't worry your little head off. I already got some coffee this morning. I appreciate
Okay.
it. Burk twitching at every little thing. Like, what could that mean? No. I love it.
Alright.
Willow,
Let's go.
I want to check in with you real quick. Is there anything else that you wanted to do in the middle of this?
No,
Okay.
it's
Make
not
murder.
right. Yeah, exactly. Plotting my murder against a
Plotting.
bitch.
All right. So, you make your way back up the stairs. Up, up, up. Up a flight of stairs. Up another flight of stairs. In the middle of the second flight of stairs, you kind of cross... You kind of like directional cross with a woman in like a black and white polka dot suit and like a beehive haircut. Resident of the building.
Oh,
Up one more flight, and you make your way into the offices of Sumori and Fisker. Pauldron greets you. Oh, hello, darlings. It's so lovely to see you all again. Sumori, you did not get any calls while you were gone, honey. At least I don't think you did. Hold on, let me check. And she checks. Damzu is like, Sumori! Good to see you back again. Oh, good to see all the rest of you back, too.
hey, bud.
Have you made any developments?
We're still kind of figuring things out. We're a little bit in the dark.
Yeah, Damzu, we made some, but they're not for... I'm just checking something. I'll be gone again. You're in charge of the office while I'm gone, okay? And points to Damzu and is like, oh, yes, of course, ma'am. I won't let you down. And she step. Oh, and if Kim comes in, just like let her know I'm gone. Don't just let her. Yeah. Okay. Just you know what? Forget it. If Kim comes in, she comes in. It's fine. And Dom's just like, okay. And Pauldron's like, okay. Well, so sad to be seeing you for such a short time. It's important, Pauldron. Ah, of course it is. Everything is important, especially with this stuff. I understand. As she like turns and Sumori opens the roll top desk, sees the ledger, and then Pauldron goes, well, you found it, Sumori. Did you find it all on your own? And Sumori, like, winces. Not technically. And then Pauldron and Damzu both look and are like, what? Burk, you wanted to say something?
Can I do an insight on if these are genuine reactions from them?
No insight check needed. They are.
Okay.
again, what's the point of an insight roll if I, the DM, am not hiding anything, then you are seeing it. So, no insight check needed. They are genuine reactions, and they're like, Sumori, is everything okay, hun? And Sumori's like, Have Wit or Fisker been back? Did Wit or Fisker come back when I was gone? No, I haven't seen them all day. No, ma'am. No tooth nor tail of them.
Insight check.
No check needed. Genuine reactions.
Okay.
Or they're telling the truth, rather.
Okay. Likely story.
Come on.
Insight check on the DM.
All right. Whatever.
You've activated my trap card.
It's time to All right. No. Where was I? Oh yeah. Sumori, is something going wrong? Is something going on that we need to be worried about? Fisker might have been pulling the wool over our eyes. And I'm ashamed to say that, given how much I have been trying to support him. Oh, well, you know. We all get it wrong sometimes, dear. It's not the end of the world. We just fire him, right? Right? We fire him? And he's like, that's on the list, but he might be after something more nefarious right now. I'm going with them. Let me check something. And she pulls out the ledger. Is like, oh, yes. Did you need to check anything with this? And hands it over to you.
All right, now that I have information, like more information, I'm checking two things.
Sure.
And this might take me a little bit. Like,
sure.
You could rule how long this is going to be.
Sure.
I am first checking the ledger itself to see if anything on it looks newer. Like, this was a ledger that was bought and then altered, like we were just talking Wit could have done with his ledger.
So you're checking to see if this is, like, if it looks old enough. Siri, I did not call on you.
I can't help you with that.
Well, of course you can't. Fuck off. All right.
The aliens, not the aliens, when the robots take over, I know who they're going after first.
Shut up. So, you're checking to see if the book looks old enough to be the original ledger if this has been altered. Make an investigation check.
Like, specifically parts of the book. Like, if things look newer than other things on it.
I get what you mean. Just make it a general investigation check.
Okay. I think that's just 17 on the die. I don't think I added anything. Yeah, 0. So 17.
17 on 17. This book does not look altered in any way. This is the original ledger.
Okay, so they didn't come and make a copy of it like they did with the blank one.
But but the investigation check leads you to believe, not Fisker's, Wit's ledger that he was holding. He might have been trying, or the one that Wit had, and the one that Sumori just bought, being so similar, makes you think that the new one was purchased by Wit and used initially, but disguised.
Yes.
As in the outer casing is the disguise that was being used.
Yes. Okay.
And what's the other thing you were checking?
I am checking and, like, trying to go through as much as I can all the cases that Fisker has done since starting here. If I just see any connections of like these people more often, or zero of a certain race that would be common in Newark City, or like types of people, like I said, just that kind of vibe. First offenders versus second offenders.
Yeah. I like where you're going. I like what you're looking for here. I like what you're going after. If I were a better DM, there might be. But in this case, there is no check required. There is no correlation between anyone. Okay. You do double check that wit is absolutely a case in here.
Yes.
Roma Oris is absolutely a case in here. And that's it. Under Fisker's name in this ledger, which also tells you that the ledger that was being used is the original ledger, but that the ledger that was transferred from its original spot to the desk that night was not. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Because there are cases as recent as a week ago for both Sumori and Fisker in this ledger. Which means that around the time it went missing, the original ledger was still being used.
Yes.
But the one that was taken, the one that Sumori moved over, wasn't.
Okay.
This one. It wasn't. Sumori thought that the ledger she moved was the original one, but it wasn't. Because this is the original.
No, Yeah. I got the info now. We're good. Yep. Okay, perfect.
And Sumori makes that connection, like, as you're examining it, and you, like, investigation check it, and fibbity foo.
Yep.
Let me make an investigation check for her. That's a 2 on the die. She puts it together when you tell her, rather than when she looks at it herself.
Okay. Then I got what I need from that.
And Quinlan, you figured out much the same when you look at it at the same time. Like, putting pieces together falls upon your internal workings as much as it does Zog's. And, well, anyone who is paying attention. Anyone who's been paying attention, yeah. Yeah. So. Okay. Well. I should be relieved, but now I am so much more afraid than I originally was.
We will figure this out.
And we'll do it together. I'm coming with you, as I already said.
Yes.
Damzu? And Damzu's like, already got it, ma'am.
Do you want me to not allow Kim in?
No. Do allow her in. Don't raise any more suspicion. If she does come by. In fact, make her make a copy of the ledger. See how she reacts. And if she does react, find a way to let me know.
But of course, ma'am.
Pauldron, you've got it too, I'm sure. Oh yes, of course, honey. Go off on your adventure. It's nice for you to get out of the building every once in a while. Yeah, I guess it is. Well, lead the way, Zog, Quinlan, whoever.
To the baseball field.
So you will be traveling through new parts of town on your way to the baseball field. And I will describe them as you go. So, yabba dabba doo. As you're traveling along, you pass from the lower part of the puddles into Rock Cruncher. These are all going to be burrows that you cross through. You go from the lower part of the puddles through Rock Cruncher. You approach the outer boundary of the center burrow. Center burrow basically just acts as the place where all the tallest buildings are, the place where most of the government happens, the place where the biggest businesses, the largest parts of government are. Namely, the Allfather's Tower stands boing, like a middle finger right in the middle of all of it. Like, taller and longer and wider in every other dimension than every other building in its vicinity. You do not pass within that close of proximity to the Allfather's Tower, but it's definitely noticeable. You continue to travel along. The sun begins to crest over and set lower in the sky as you pass through the burrow that is literally called the Hollows. Now, the Hollows is a lot like the Puddles, but the Puddles burrow, hollow pieces are filled with water. It's marshy, trashy, swamplandy type ground. The Hollows is dry riverbed, open pits and holes ground, which devolves into canyons the closer to the Land of a Thousand Puddles that it gets. But this land has been drained of its water, and it subsequently serves as a burrow where there are a lot of burrows. Holes being dug into the sides of hills, into the dry ground to make lodging, buildings that sprout out from it, have bridges crossing them. They stay connected so that they don't have to walk on the potentially treacherous ground. As you notice that you walk over a few bridges in this district. Mm-hmm. And when you cross through the Hollows...
Allie's gonna put their hood up when we get to the Hollows.
Yes. Allie? Oh, you're putting your hood up. Oh,
I'm putting it up. We're on a mission. I don't want to be approached by anyone. I rolled a stealth check for 25 in case you want that.
25.
But because we're on a mission, I don't want anyone to recognize me or stop us. Of course. Now is not the time.
Yes, of course. I was going to ask for stealth. You rolled stealth. You got a 25. That's perfect. So, hood's up, and instinctively you kind of tuck your tail around one of your legs to, like, conceal it a little better as well. So you're walking through the Hollows. Eventually, when you reach the edge of the Hollows, you come to a burrow which is literally called Boiling Red Hot Springs. Boiling Red Hot Springs is a natural hot springs that are geothermally powered. The further through Boiling Red Hot Springs that you get into it, you notice like remnants of puddles that still hold water in them, and a couple of them like bubble, but they bubble way too hot for humanoid. Quinn, actually, fun fact, that is actually based off of a real town in Tennessee where I live, called Boiling Red Spring. It's literally like an unincorporated, like a 20-person town called Boiling Red Spring, and it's great. I love it. I want to do incorporated somehow. But Boiling Red Hot Springs, smaller burrow, looks like there are hot springs here, too hot for humanoid use. Like, your skin would melt off if you walked inside of these Boiling Red Hot Springs. But you then see it on the horizon. Not too far off. That it's like a hike. But you see it. You crest, like, there was a hill, and you walk around the hill, and there it is. The large, imposing, dome-like structure of the abandoned United Base Runners baseball stadium. Large, imposing, even. You think of buildings being, being the size that they are for a reason. This building is very, very large for seemingly a reason that you do not recognize yet. Because you've heard of baseball, but if it's a field with 18 people playing on it, why does it need to be this big?
Yeah.
Type deal. At this point, is there anything else that you would like to ensure? Anything you would like to do? Anyone?
I have my bat and glove on me, right?
You have your sword and your armor.
Oh, okay, good enough.
Baseball with a sword. Strike! And the ball's cut in half.
Yes.
The ball just like cuts in half midair and like tunk. Foul ball? So, it's at this point that I would perhaps ask whether or not we want to call it, because it has been almost 3 hours.
I'm getting sleepy.
I'm tired.
All right. So we will leave on a cliffhanger, looking out upon the horizon ahead and seeing the potential sight of something big. So, thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate you watching on Twitch and on YouTube. Thank you so. I'm going to explain to Dono. Dono, I think we're calling it here, bud.
Okay.
So thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate you watching live on Twitch and always watching the VODs on YouTube. We will not have an episode of In-Quy'zz-ition next week. Expect the next episode of In-Quy'zz-ition to be the 17th. Actually, don't, because I'm going on a family vacation that I just remembered now.
So the 23rd?
Okay, I will be back the 24th. So we'll plan on the 24th.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm available the 10th. I don't know if anyone else is.
I'm available the 10th as well.
I am also available,
I am.
but I would like a week off.
I would have to go to bed
Okay.
early though, because I have a train ride
Okay,
to go
we can
home
talk about
at
this
6
after.
o'clock.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can talk about this after stream.
So expect an In-Quy'zz-ition episode sometime in the next 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yes.
Minus the 17th.
We'll keep you updated in the other streams.
We'll keep you updated in the other streams.
And
We'll keep you
follow us on
updated
Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram because that's the fastest and easiest way to know. Tune in Monday for the Dapper D's, Tuesday for Crossroads. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Dippy. These have been my lovely players. And until next time, your adventure matters and roll for your initiative. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.